Plants have their own language. If you listen, you can learn from them. They'll tell you themselves which ones are healthy, which ones are good for you. They make our world beautiful. Making botanical jewelry brings together lots of influences in my life. I was raised growing plants. My grandmother's name is Florence, which means flower. She taught me all about the flowers in her garden. My dad taught me all about the trees and the wild plants in the woods. I was destined to become a botanical jewelry artist. I do many series, and they all have personal significance. In my family, you inherit not just antiques, but you inherit plants. The big holly tree in my backyard came to me from my great-great-grandmother. I take the leaf and trace it, creating a pattern that I use again and again. It's important for me to use my skills to make things that people will value generation after generation. Most of the jewelry world is cast. Mine is handmade. I make my own clasps. I make my own chains.
The botanical work we say that we do specifically is something that's not really done in the world today. The world is a lot of mass-produced jewelry. Repoussé is a sculptural technique. It is using hammers and daps to, by hand, change the shape of the metal. The word itself means to push from behind or to push repeatedly. You push on a flat piece of metal to give it shape, to make it look the way that you want it to. I was thinking of doing a series of Maryland native plants. You know, everybody knows like roses and stuff like that, but there's beauty in all of the kinds of plants. Yeah. Elevating them in a precious metal and silver is a way of showing that they are, you know, worthy of appreciation, I guess.
I think people take so much for granted. If it doesn't come in a bottle or it's not wrapped in plastic, people think, oh, well, that's not worth very much. But I think as we pay attention to the plant life around us, it makes you appreciate where you live.
Jewelry's been significant to people all the way back to the beginnings of human civilization. Jewelry was a status symbol. It was a way of them making a statement about themselves. I think that's still true today. Jewelry makes a statement about who you are, who you want to be, what you want other people to think about you. The jewelry that I make is made out of precious materials. It's something that you know will last a long time, so it's making a statement about yourself that stands firm.
Custom jewelry is all about making something that means something to the person who's buying it. A lot of women are afraid to make some definitive statement, and it's part of my responsibility to help them discover who they are and what jewelry says to them. I encourage women to be confident to create a statement with jewelry. It feels great to see people wearing my jewelry. The love of my life is working in metal. It's a stress relief to encapsulate myself in the world that I've built here, sculpting. I've made a contribution to this tradition through creating body adornment and sculpture that makes my heart sing and makes the heart of the people who view it sing.